Welcome all of you to Educare Biology. Today I will discuss about irrigation. This is the second step of improvement in crop production. I have discussed about first step of improvement in crop production in the previous video, that is nutrient management. Today I will discuss about irrigation. First of all, what is irrigation? Irrigation is a controlled water supply method or procedure by human effort at different intervals for improvement of crop. It is needed for tillering, growth of plants, flowering and fruiting. Next, need of irrigation. The plant body is composed of 60 to 90% water. The activity of the protoplasm depends upon the availability of water. So, crop plants needed sufficient amount of water for their growth, for their tillering, for their fruiting and flowering. So, need of irrigation is number 1, tillering. Irrigation is needed for proper tillering of the crop plant. Without irrigation, tillering of the crop plants will be stopped. Number B, growth of crop plants. All the crop plants depends for their growth upon irrigation by irrigated water. I have told that 70 to 90% content of the protoplasm is water. So, for the activity of the protoplasm, water is needed, which is needed for the development, growth of the plant body, that is crop plants. Number 6, growth, tillering. Next, flowering. Proper flowering depends upon the supply of irrigated water. Without water, flowering is not completed. Next, fruiting. Fruiting is also related to the supply of irrigated water. Without sufficient water, fruiting is stopped. Number E, physiological process. Different physiological process, that is osmosis, that is the diffusion and transpiration and several other physiological processes are depend on water, which is supplied to the plant by the irrigation. So, irrigation is more needed to the crop plants for their development. Next, need of irrigation. Next, condition of irrigation in our country. Condition of irrigation of our country. Without proper irrigation, development of crop plants will be stopped. Next, our country, the irrigation, the 55% of the total land, totally or partially irrigated. Other 45% depend on rain feed. Rain feed crop plants are depend on timely monsoon and sufficient rainfall. These rain-fed crop plants are dependent on sufficient rainfall and proper but timely monsoon. Without sufficient rainfall or timely monsoon, scarcity of water happens and development of crop plants in rain-fed area was hampered. Not only that, there are a lot of field is made of sandy soil. They have not the capacity to hold water properly. So, scarcity of water of those lands, sufficient crop plants are not done. So, irrigation is needed for this land. In our country, the water management, providing water or supplying water to this rain-fed area without causing or hampering waterlogging, change in water table, waterlogging, water aeration, and soil aeration and soil salinity. This is the condition of our country. So, in our country, proper irrigation is needed. Those rain-fed and irrigated area is very, very important for the development and for the development, fruiting, flowering of the crop plants. Next, irrigation system. Irrigation system. Proper irrigation development of crop plants would be needed. In our country, different types of crop plants. So, different types of irrigation system is needed. Irrigation system is needed. There are several types of irrigation system in our country. The mode of irrigation is called irrigation system. There are 4 types of irrigation system in our country. That is A, wells, B, canals, C, river lift river lift systems. Number D, tanks. Wells are shaft dug into the ground that reaches the water table, and that is the source of water. There are two types of wells. A, dug wells. B, bore wells. What is dug wells? This is deep and wide pits excavated into the ground water, lined by bricks or stones. This is a big pit, wide and deep pit. The water is lifted from this pit by rope and bucket, or by chains of bucket rotated by bullocks or pumping system. Bore pit, bore wells. These are deep pit supported by pipe that dishes the ground water. Water is lifted by pumps from the bore wells. Next, canals. These are man-made channels. These are man-made channels which transport water from the source to the cropland. The source of water of this system are river, lakes, dam, barrage, etc. The canal gets subdivided into branches, again subdivided into branches, then go to the crop fields. This is extensive and elaborate system in our country. Water from the source transported to the crop fields by this elaborated canal or channel. Next, river lift system. This is another type of water lifting system which is found where the river is very, very deep or under the ground level. Canal systems do not work in this place. So, river lifting system close to the river, which lifted water from the river around the locality, cultivated land are supplied from this river lift system. But this is not sufficient to the long distance. So our country needs the advanced river lift system to send the water long distance from the river. Next, tanks. This is the small storage reservoir which store water from the catchment area. From the catchment area, it stored water and supplies the nearby cultivated area. It is mainly used in non-rainy season where scarcity of water is very, very prominent. Next, another management. This is called watershed management. Watershed management. Watershed management. What is watershed management? What is the necessity of watershed management? Watershed management is the procedure which flows down by obstacles the flows down of running water by building checking dams. Run of water is checked by the checking dam, and slows down the water, and water penetrates into the deep soil and sometimes collect water in the ponds or other reservoir to prevent the soil erosion. It is the way to stop the soil erosion and reservoir, and from this reservoir water is supplied to the nearby locality, cultivated area. Next, advantages of irrigation. Advantages of irrigation. First, A. Irrigation is needed for supplying water where it is needed. That is during tillering, that is during flowering, during fruiting, or during growth. When it is necessary. When it is not necessary, the process is stopped. So, advantages of irrigation. A. Need of water of the crop plants. Whenever necessary, irrigation supply the water to the crop plant. Number B. Fertility of soil. Irrigated water from canals carry slit to the agricultural field, and by this slit, agricultural fields are fertile. Next, see, availability. Irrigation is available throughout the year, but rain is seasonal. So, when needed, we can avail the irrigated water. Number D. Availability for fertility for, we can say, drought prevented. It may be called, when drought happens, irrigation system become active to the crop fields. So, irrigation hastens the drought. It prevents drought for the cultivated area. These are the advantages of irrigation system. Thank you all. Number 2.